All right, guys, it's Lee. So I got this Crestman GT. Well, let's look at the hood. Well, right there's the hood. It says Crestman DGS 6500. So that's what this is. It's a good mower. I bought it from a guy, and it ran. I already mowed my grass with it 2 or 3 times, but the transmission was kind of sticky, which I didn't think it was too bad sticky. I mean, it was sticky, but anyway, I backed it up here after mowing, and I just removed the deck, and it wouldn't move at all. So I'm thinking, all right, there's a bad belt or a linkage or something like that. So I've already removed the deck so I can access underneath, see what's going on. Took the hood off just because it needs to be off to work on it, you know, easy to do. So I'm gonna crawl under there and we'll just see what we see, because I don't even know what the issue is. All right, so I'm laying on the ground. Right there I am. Deck's removed. I'm gonna put my hand up here on the gear shifter. See, it's hard to move a little bit. I might take these wheels off and really lube it up or something. I don't know what it needs. But, well, hey, right there, I think could be a problem. That belt's loose. So I bet that fixed it right there. Drive belt was loose where it's coming off. So I probably need another drive belt or it's gonna happen again. But for right now, I'm gonna do that. Here's a little linkage arm. I don't know, I'm gonna try to see if, I don't know, I'm just curious to see if that was all it was. I had to take the deck off to see all that. I'm just looking at the belt route now. I don't know if you can follow me, but well, I think that's about as easy as it comes. But depending on how that shifts, if it shifts hard still, which it probably will, I need to take this wheel off right here, this one, and investigate more. Put some lube up in there if nothing else. Now, this is on my deck hardware, pins and washers. Get that out of the way, and I'm gonna start it up and see what it does. Like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. All right, so you saw that. I mean, it actually shifted better than I remember. I mean, it was a little sticky, so since I got the deck off and I'm out here and it's not just terribly hot right this second, I'm gonna jack up this side. I'm gonna remove that wheel so I can see the linkages and just lube it up if nothing else, but I'll do a quick inspection to see if there's anything I can fix. If not, I'm gonna lube it up, put it back together and call it done, because, you know, I did look at a diagram on this the other day. So if there's something off, maybe I'll recognize it. We'll see. So this shifter, so I'm putting my hand on this. Put my hand on this and shift it. Here it is. See, that is, I'm going to lay down to see what's actually moving. So where's the pivot points right there? So I see, I'm looking for pivot points, and that's one right there. I'm gonna lube that up. I'm just gonna lube everything up. All right, let me lube it up. Okay, do you see what I see? Right there, there's no bolts in there. Heck, that's the problem right there. It's missing some bolts. It's holding all that together. Good gracious. See, there's a hole right there for it to go into. It looks like it's been gone for a long time. So this whole thing, the whole transmission's cattywampus to the point. That's why it's shifting hard right there. So, I'm gonna have to figure out what size bolt that is. So on this side, you can see them. There's two over here, and they're missing on this side. So either the guy forgot to put them in. So I'm gonna try to figure out what size it is. So I think what I'm gonna do, I got my little Harbor Freight bolts here. I think, you know, I might remove this so I can get to the holes better and then put it all back together. I think that's just one bracket. Yeah. I might have to go over there and take one of the other bolts out on the other side, but that bolt might be it. So I think I'm gonna remove these, get around that spring, get it out, see if that bolt matches these. I bet they're all the same. And whatever that is, match it up in my shop or go to Ace and get it. That's gonna make a big difference once all cattywampus, because it was off just a little bit. All right, so this is one bracket. I'm just gonna try to remove this. And I'm hoping that bolt matches. All right, keep that, keep this, let that come out. So there's the holes. Come on, baby, fit in there. Yeah, I think it's going to. All right, let me work on this. All right, so this is what came out of the top. Well, you can't really tell. But anyway, this is what I found. And like I say, I deal with a lot of Crestmans. See if that fits. Oh, come on, baby. I don't know if that's going to be it or not. So I think those were the same threads, same bolts. I'm going to put it back and see if I can't get this to work. All right, so there's your fix. Man, they tighten this one up. Tighten that one up. I think they're all snugged up in there good. Man, I should probably use, all right, I'm gonna pull them out and use some Loctite. That's what I'm gonna do. Because obviously they were in there before. I don't know if somebody left them out or if they vibrated loose, but I'm gonna use Loctite. All four of these gonna get it. Ooh, is that red? Ooh, that's the red. High strength. Well, I don't want it coming out, so I'm gonna use red on it, but that's what I got. I thought I had blue somewhere, but anyway. All right, so that was the culprit. I've ran into this before, but I just really thought it was a fluke and it never would happen again, but those two bolts were missing. Now, my real intention was to put blue Loctite on there, but I put red. I don't know where my blue is. I'm gonna clean out some of this junk just to free it up while I'm in here. You know what, man? I'm gonna put that tire back on and drive this dude around and see how it shifts. Well, let's see how it shifts now. Seems like it's already shifting better because everything's lined up. So that is the main culprit. Get them started with the hand so you don't cross thread. So that's the side we just worked on. Loctited, rebolted. Thing's gonna be good and tight. But I'm gonna lay down on this other side and really give it a look at. So this is what we just did on the other side. Right there. Those two bolts are in place. Now look, somebody replaced those, I think, at some point. That's just the grease I sprayed in there. It's not leaking anything. I sprayed that lube up in here on these linkages, but anyway, so I bet somebody just forgot to do it on the other side. But so that's it right there on this side. You can see they're shiny. So somebody just forgot to do it. But this looks good on this end. The last one I had happen, it was missing on this side and that side. But it was a lot worse too. All right, let's drive it around. All right, so I'm gonna put the clutch in right there. See, it's smoother than it was. Pretty slow. Let's get her on up. There's that utility. All right, so I'm back under cover. I'm going to go back under here, lay on this gravel, make sure it's all good and tight in there. It's all in there secure. Well, I'm laying back down here, just checking it out after driving it around for a little bit, and everything looks good and tight. There's that. There's the linkage. I think we're good. And it was shifting easier. So I think that's it. So the linkage, so you know, the symptoms were the shifter was shifting difficult. And what made me look at it closer is that drive belt came off. Well, now maybe the drive belt's just old and it don't look worn. I mean, maybe it's stretched, but anyway, I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to give it a chance because I think that pulley on the back was down about 1/4 of an inch, and that's probably just enough for that belt to jump off. I think that's probably what happened. So anyway, I think that's the end of the video. So when you're, you know, you got to get under there and inspect things and look at the diagrams. You know, I looked at the diagram on this a while back, and I knew there was bolts there. And if you're not looking for them, you don't know. So, and I ran into it before, so I think it was a pretty easy fix. So anyway, if you like these kind of videos, just subscribe to my channel. Now in another video, I'm going to put that deck back on. So there'll be 2 different videos. All right, I'm going to sharpen the blades on that one. Lube it up. All right, I'm out.